And now at this point of the video, I know you're thinking, Haley, this is crazy. And maybe it is, but it's been seriously, positively impacting my life. So stay with me. Do you have a voice in your head that's constantly telling you what you should be doing, that you're not good enough, and highlighting every single wrong thing that you do? Me too. Let's work on that because it's definitely not healthy, but unfortunately way too common. And the reason we need to change this is because that voice is controlling us. It's literally dictating who we are and what we can do in life. It feels so normal to us. Maybe we've had this voice in our head for decades, but you won't be able to break free of it until you identify it, you choose not to listen, and you actively fight against it. I've had this bully in my head and suffered from perfectionism and procrastination for as long as I can remember. And pretty much all of my clients do too. They're always telling themselves how bad their English is, or that they can't communicate, or that they're embarrassing themselves. But it's just not true. The voice in your head lies to you. So let's take the first step and break free from this toxic roommate together, shall we? First and foremost, I want to highlight that you are not the voice in your head. That voice has been shaped by your upbringing, culture, parents, teachers, surroundings, experiences, trauma, that show you watched when you were a kid. All these things aren't you, but they've shaped you. They told you who you were, what you could be, and what you should strive for. You've probably never actually identified your own values or what success means to you, but those questions are for another video. So this voice has been shaped by everything around you. But something that's important to remember is that it's been designed to protect you. It's not intentionally destroying your life and your self-confidence, but it's telling you that those things aren't safe and holding you back from them because it believes that chasing these new things or anything uncertain isn't good for you. But we need to remember that we're not that version of ourselves anymore. We are the ones that speak up. We have a voice. That limiting voice only exists in your head. So we're going to separate this voice from who we actually are. We're going to take advantage of the physical voice that we have and speak our truth. Because the biggest lesson I want you to take away from this video, you are the one that speaks. That narrator in your head is constantly bombarding you with thoughts and stories and memories that are holding you back from being this new evolved version of yourself. It's going to present opinions as facts and memories as truth, but they're not. They're not. We have to fight back against those things. And we're going to fight back with our voice. Yes. We're going to talk to ourselves. And now at this point of the video, I know you're thinking, Haley, this is crazy. And maybe it is, but it's been seriously, positively impacting my life lately. So I really want to share it because I think this is so incredibly groundbreaking, at least for my life. So if it could help me, it could definitely help you. So stay with me. So this only works if you're self-aware enough to really notice your thoughts. If you're new to this, throughout the day, constantly ask yourself, what am I thinking about right now? If you've already been doing this for a while, then you kind of already know how crazy you are and how random things just pop into your head, and it's pretty concerning, but we're working on it. So these thoughts that pop into your head, do you ever say these things out loud? Do you ever reminisce about your worst, most embarrassing experiences in your life with your friends or family? Do you talk down to yourself when people are in the room? No, it's only in here. It may be constant and overwhelming, but it's not out loud. It's a negative spiral and horrible narration of the anxiety of your past and worries of your future, but the voice in your head doesn't talk out loud. Actually, when you speak out loud, the voice in your head stops. It doesn't talk over your actual voice. Your actual voice can actually talk over that internal voice. The more you speak up for yourself, to yourself, the quieter that voice gets. So we're going to use this, the fact that our voice is us, we can talk back to the voice, and we're going to challenge it. We're going to fight back. But how? How do we fight back? Well, let's go through some examples that I just gave. And these are things that I've really been doing a lot lately and have been really helping me out. So the things that your voice says to you in your head are not true. They're limiting beliefs and fears that you've acquired throughout your life, throughout your childhood, adolescence, and they're still impacting you now, even if there's no reason for you to actually fear them. So beliefs like, I'm not smart enough to do that. People won't like me if I'm myself. I'm not a morning person, or my English is embarrassing. I'll never be successful. I can't have that. All lies. Lies designed to keep you from trying new things and becoming the person that you want to be. Because that might mean that you fail and you get embarrassed, you get hurt, and blah, blah, blah. Whatever the child inside of you is afraid of. So whenever these sentences pop into your head, I want you to say, no, that's not true. And explain a reason why that's not true anymore, or why you shouldn't fear this, and why acting differently is important for you now. So let me go through those examples that I gave. I'm not smart enough to do that. No, that's not true. I've actually learned a lot of new skills over the years, and I'm a quick learner, and I can absolutely figure it out. I trust myself. People won't like me if I'm myself. No, that's not true. My closest friends and family actually really love me, and they know my true self, so it's ridiculous to think that other people wouldn't too. Sure, a lot of people might not necessarily care for me, and that might hurt, but by not putting myself out there, I'm also never going to find my people. This one is mine. I say it to myself often. I'm not a morning person. No, that's actually not true. I have struggled to wake up in the past, but when I do, I really enjoy it. It's quiet and beautiful, and I would love to wake up earlier, and I can't. By labeling myself as not a morning person, I'm just holding myself back from something I could really enjoy. I can do whatever I want to do and be whoever I want to be. My English is embarrassing. This is a limiting belief of many of my clients. No, that's not true. I can communicate with people in English. I can express myself when I need to. I'm really hard on myself. I want to do the best that I can, and I want to be perfect, but this is probably unrealistic, and I should be proud of my progress. I'll never be successful. No, that's not true. Comparing myself to others makes me feel lost and like I'm a failure, but this really gets me nowhere. I've grown and learned so much over the years. I need to truly think about what success means for me, not just what the world is telling me to be, and figure out how I can get there. I need to stop putting myself down and acknowledge my growth and be proud of myself. I can't have that. No, that's not true. In the past, I felt like this wasn't available for me, but things change. I'm not that person anymore, and I can do and have whatever I choose. It'll take a lot of work and growth maybe, and change, but I can do whatever I set my mind to. You can clap back to anything that pops into your head. Speak the truth every time a limiting belief pops into your head. The more you do, the more you realize that an unreliable narrator lives in your head and is constantly lying to you all the time. So please remember, you are not the voice in your head. You're the one that speaks out loud, and you can use this real voice to fight against those lies and limiting beliefs that you've been hearing for so many years. You've heard them on repeat throughout your life, but they're not true, and you are so much more than that, and you can be by putting these skills into practice. I hope you got some value from this video. I'm very passionate about this topic. I would love to help people improve their self-talk because I truly think it's life-changing. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.